This is not just a dream, it's a wet dream of orgasmic proportions.
Balotelli, Aguero!
Manchester United have reached the promised land. This is absolutely astonishing.
I think I must bet the one.
Donovan has scored! Oh, can you believe this?
Go, 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 USA. Thank you for tuning into the other football on WNYU.org. Oh, man, I always love playing it again. Anyway, my name is Justin Block. I'm joined, as always, by Rohtas Wadera. But I'm not alone today. If you're watching on the live stream, you might notice the studio's a little bit crowded because we have some very, very special guests from a very, very special country and a very special continent. We have guests from Denmark, Danish Public Radio here. They're coming over for a little bit for the week to speak with WNYU and to learn a little bit from us. We're going to teach them as much as we possibly can in this cramped, very cramped space. But gladly, they're all football fans, and at least one of them is a Liverpool fan. So thankfully, we have another Liverpool fan on the show today. But I'm going to introduce them real quick. We have Luis, and we have Jasper. Yeah. Did I butcher your names?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Good. Okay. And so before we get started, can you tell us a little bit about your show and what you do in Denmark? I believe it's called Liga, and it covers mostly European football, correct?
Yeah. Danish football.
Yeah.
It's actually we actually air every day.
Oh, daily.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you're playing hooky this week then. You're not going to be on the
You have fill-ins?
Oh. Yeah, we have fill-ins. Okay. Every day at 6 o'clock in the evening and until 9 o'clock, and in the weekends during the afternoon.
Yeah.
Trying
with
a lot of live sports.
Live sports.
Yeah. And what are the main soccer leagues football leagues that you guys cover?
The Danish
Superliga. Yeah. We have all the matches in the Danish league, and we do a lot of Champions League.
Yeah, the tournaments about the Spanish.
Yeah, it's the rest is like updates.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess starting off, I have one question about sort of Danish soccer culture, football culture. Do a lot of fans or Danish football fans support other teams outside of your country? Because the league obviously isn't top as as strong as EPL or La Liga or Bundesliga. So are there Bayern Munich and Brøndby fans at the same time? Does that exist?
Wow, you know Brøndby.
Well,
amazing.
Copenhagen, I'm sure.
Copenhagen. I mean, I'm a Liverpool fan, so of course I know about Brøndby. Daniel Agger.
But the best,
oh, sure.
He has to, The best club in Denmark is FC Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Right
and
now.
Are they currently in second?
Yeah.
Still trailing, right?
Yeah. But in Jesper's opinion, they're still the best team in Denmark.
Because I feel like they always qualify for the Champions League. They're always like a team that's relevant whether they make it to the knockout.
It is. But Jesper is like a huge fan of Copenhagen, but also Real Madrid.
Yeah. It's normally Danish people, Danish football fans like the Danish club, and then
another club.
Yeah.
Another club, Premier League.
Okay. Because we know that. We're not that good.
I have to love Champions League as well. So
that's similar to what we have here, because in the United States we have MLS, which is probably way below what you guys see in Denmark with your football.
We have Danish players in that.
And the MLS? Mm-hmm. Which Danish players are in MLS?
Jimmy Nielsen.
Casino Jimmy, we call him.
We actually do call him.
Why do you call him Casino Jimmy?
Because he had a bit of problem with gambling.
Good thing there's no Las Vegas MLS team. He might be out of a job.
And he's actually also called the White Puma.
Yeah, the White Puma.
The White Puma. I like that. So I guess we have our MLS clubs. I guess we are New York soccer fans, and then Liverpool and Manchester United. But you're Real Madrid, and I know you were telling us you're Barcelona.
Yeah, and I'm just like I haven't got a Danish team actually. I'm all about Barcelona.
So you were born and raised in Denmark.
Yeah.
But you have no allegiances to anything.
Aiming for the big team. Just I don't know.
So you're aiming high. You're aiming high.
Yeah. And but I like the Danish league. But I just don't have a favorite team.
Yeah, big matchup coming up, right? Barcelona, Real Madrid for the La Liga crown, pretty much. Not necessarily for the title, but it'll be a huge factor in the title.
If Barcelona wins, it will be if Real Madrid
absolutely.
wins, it's just like
It'll
it's
still
going to
be
even
close.
out.
Will you guys have like a bet going on in the game? Will you guys do something ridiculous?
Yeah, we always argue because. And the thing is, in our show, Jesper is mainly on using the buttons.
Yeah.
So every time we argue and he gets in his points, just put on the music.
Oh, he gets the.
Wow.
But you know, if Messi get injured, Luis will start crying in the radio.
Actually, I do.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've cried on the radio before over results?
Yeah, actually not crying, but I was really sad during the World Cup final because I really wanted him to win.
Yeah, you wanted Leo to finally get his World Cup.
Yeah.
Over the hump.
Finally get over the hump. Finally, we can start calling him better than Maradona.
Yeah.
Finally.
But never.
Do you think Lionel Messi needs a World Cup to sort of validate?
No, he
his
doesn't
career?
need it, but he deserves it.
Deserves it.
Yeah.
Interesting, because I feel like most Argentinian people will say he needs to, because
I don't think he
they
needs it.
absolutely still worship Maradona to this day.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting that you do feel that
But
way,
look what you
it's-
become when you're Maradona, right?
I mean, Maradona is almost a parody of himself now,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Just
Did he
the
get
way
Botox
and-
surgery recently or something?
Did he? Maradona got
like,
Botox?
I'm pretty sure he got like a facelift or something. He
This
looks
is hard hitting.
absolutely
This is hard hitting football news that we need to be breaking
We
on the show.
He
Maradona
looks
Botox.
terrible.
He probably did get Botox.
Do you guys have any predictions for the match? I know a Clasico is coming up.
Clasico?
Yeah, it's coming up in what, around a week or so, 2 weeks? I forget.
Yeah.
And
2
that'll
weeks,
be
I
pretty
think.
much for the La Liga title now.
Mm-hmm. I think Barcelona's going to win it.
Of course you do.
No, they're playing better than Real Madrid right now, right? And well, I think there's something in Real Madrid 3-4 against Schalke in Champions League. I know they actually made it to the next round, but they lost.
Yeah, a lot of
At
concern
Bernabeu.
coming from that match. Absolutely, to give up 4 away goals like that in that fashion,
Oops.
And
it'll be interesting. Yeah,
Barcelona killed Manchester City the other week too.
Mhm. 2 teams that are trending in opposite directions. So
Do you see where this is going?
Yeah.
it'll be interesting. It's an El Clasico, so anything can happen.
Real Madrid will win the match, and Bale will start playing football.
Right.
Finally.
Where has he
Finally,
been?
yeah.
Right. We got to start putting out wanted posters, missing posters for Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he has disappeared for the.
So wind up on a milk carton.
Yeah.
So now that we have finally a foreign Barcelona fan on the show, I need to ask you, how much do you love Luis Suarez?
Oh, God.
I don't.
You don't.
I don't love him.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
I really don't think
You're
he
breaking
fits.
my heart.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
But the biting.
Somebody
Come
doesn't
on.
like Luis Suarez. Wow.
Come on,
We have
enough,
so
enough
much
with the
bias on
biting.
this
What are
show
you,
for
4
him.
years old?
It is
I
so
really don't like
refreshing.
him. I
So
really don't like
refreshing.
him.
Right.
And I
the
really don't.
biting goes too far, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think he fits Barcelona or Barcelona fits him.
Mm.
It's kind of an awkward match, right?
I would have to agree with that because I think
You can have him in Liverpool.
I would.
He wants him
What?
back.
You'll send him back to me because when Luis Suarez came back to England and scored twice against Manchester City, I was over the moon. It was like having your absentee father come back home to you, come home to visit, say hi to the kids, and then leave again. Oh, it was.
Well,
It's
he's
frustrating.
a really cool player, but
Mhm.
the
He's just
biting.
hungry.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like enough.
Absolutely.
Enough with the biting.
Rohtas, you want to get into some EPL talk now?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if
You guys want to talk
we do.
some English
Sure.
Premier League?
Sure.
English Premier League, yeah. I mean, obviously, one of Denmark's finest current products, Christian Eriksen, was
Mhm.
part of.
Oh, we
Tottenham
love Christian Eriksen on the
We
show.
do love
Yeah.
Christian Eriksen on the show. Spurs had to travel to Old Trafford, an extremely tough task.
Mhm.
It did not go as well for them as they would have liked. They were hot coming into this game, winning 2 or 3 in a row. Still had an outside shot at top 4. A pretty good result today for Manchester United, I'd have to say. 3-0 at half and pretty much dominated this game. I think we have to pose an interesting question. This team might actually be better without Angel Di Maria in the side. And I think you were a Real Madrid fan and you've watched him play firsthand. He was not obviously from the FA Cup mishap. He put his hands on the referee.
Yeah.
He was suspended. And when you looked at the way the team played, Van Gaal went with a completely different formation, switched it up, one striker up top, and they just looked a lot better. They finished their chances. They just looked a lot better to me. And being a Real Madrid fan, and you've seen Angel Di Maria, I think it's safe to say that he plays better when he's out in space, when he needs. He's a speedy player.
Yeah.
He's not the type that's going to sit in and possess the ball.
No.
So do you think he is a good fit at Manchester United or not?
Not at the moment.
Not at all, right?
No.
Yeah.
They have to use him the right way on the side.
Right, out on the wing, exactly.
On the wing, yeah.
And it's so tough to find like a good role for him on this team because, again, one of the big name signings, wearing the number 7 shirt, the last player was Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, it's a lot of responsibility for him there. And
I'm pretty sure Valencia
wore number 7.
Number 7. Antonio Valencia was your number 7.
Fine.
But yeah, can't forget that.
Fine,
Rohtas.
yeah, absolutely. So it's a shame for Spurs. I thought obviously Christian Eriksen is one of Spurs' better players, and he can't do it all. I mean, the way the game went today, he needs help. And
Harry Kane was
United finally stopped Harry Kane. 26 goals to his name this season, having a phenomenal year, and they finally kept him in check. So a good result for United this week. And yeah, we can keep you guys at bay for now because you guys are coming. And I'm worried. I'm very worried still because we need that top 4. We need for a club, for the money, millions of dollars
matches.
of this. Absolutely need that money. So a good result for them.
What's the interpretation of sort of English Premier League in Denmark?
It's actually just called the Premier League.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just the Premier League.
Yeah.
And what's the fan split? Do you see more Danish Liverpool fans?
Yeah, there's a lot of Liverpool fans in Liverpool.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
Daniel Agger, right?
Yeah, it actually started before. Daniel
really?
Agger. Yeah, it actually started in the 80s, I think. We had this thing on Saturdays, which was a TV show
called
Just-
Dong Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Dong Ball.
It was
Dong
because
ball,
every
yeah.
time there was like a goal, it would go dong.
That's
So I
awesome.
knew there was a
That is
goal
so
in one of the
awesome.
matches. And at that point, Liverpool was a really huge team, and they were really good. So
Yeah, we had
In their
what
prime.
Mølby.
yeah, Jan Møby,
Jan
do you know
Mølby
him?
was a Danish player.
Yeah, Jan Mobley, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I guess so. In the 1980s, that's when
Yeah.
Liverpool was kind of the Manchester United of today, the
Yeah.
biggest team in
Yeah.
Europe.
And I actually
winning
think that's
everything.
where it started.
Yeah, and then it switched to Manchester with Peter Schmeichel.
right.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, you must like Peter Schmeichel.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
one of our finest goalkeepers
Do you know he's a
ever.
TV host now?
Really?
Peter Schmeichel.
Wow. I mean, I could see that. Obviously, a very
No,
good-looking
really?
Danish man. I mean, I
No.
don't. I mean,
You think he's good looking? The actual Danish people in the studio telling you he's not good
I
looking.
can. Okay, I will take your word for it rather than mine.
He actually is.
See?
Oh, he is good looking.
No. He's a TV host.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not good looking.
And we also have a lot of Arsenal fans as well.
Arsenal. Yeah, see, we have an Arsenal fan problem as well.
Fan problem?
Yeah, well, and that,
Is it an actual problem?
well, I mean, as a Liverpool fan, you know, living in the East Village where there are many other Liverpool and Arsenal fans, I think any Arsenal fan is a problem.
That's harsh words.
I mean, but as I was explaining before the show, a lot of times you see Arsenal fans, American Arsenal fans, pick the club because Arsenal is simply the first team you get in FIFA when you load up the screen. That's A for Arsenal.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Easy fit.
Yeah.
Is FIFA as popular in your country? As,
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
That's
Oh,
why we
yes.
have a lot of Brøndby fans.
Oh wow.
because of B.
B.
Go straight to Denmark.
Yeah, FIFA is really, it's huge
Yeah.
in Denmark as well. Yeah.
And
Do you guys play FIFA?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Don't get him started about how good I am. Don't
Actually,
do that. He'll get upset.
I think we originally became friends because he lived on the same floor as me freshman year of college.
Right.
And I brought my PlayStation and I was playing FIFA in my room. And, you know, Rohtas, the friendly man he is, walked by and sees, you know, a lonely kid playing FIFA, sits down next to me, and all of a sudden, look where we are now.
Right?
Okay.
It's been 4 years. It's crazy how long it's been. Yeah, we pretty much,
And actually,
started it with
if you want to talk
FIFA.
about years, I think today, or is this our 1 year anniversary
This
show?
Probably is our 1 year anniversary
Oh,
show.
wow.
Congratulations.
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you. So it's great to have some special guests come all the way from Denmark. I mean, this is
Yeah.
pretty cool for us. I
Yeah.
think this is
Actually,
This is
we were
pretty
meaning to ask you this. How did you find
Us.
Actually, the guy sitting down here.
Oh, Mads.
Yes. Actually, he was the one doing the work finding you guys.
Yeah.
But
It was difficult.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Because when we got the message from our director Ray that people from Denmark were reaching out to us, it was like, I read the name, I was like, Denmark, Mars, like it looked like it was from a different planet.
Yeah.
Right.
But we're very happy that football has been able to bring us together.
Yeah.
Right.
In a
Yeah,
sense.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
This is
FIFA
it.
as well.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
But I want to ask you some more questions about sort of Danish football culture.
Mhm.
We talked a little bit about this before, but what's like the main thing that you guys like to eat, like when you're watching a match?
at the stadium.
At
At
the
the
stadium,
stadium, yeah.
and
No.
and at
Actually,
the
we
bar.
have a thing called a stadium
Soldiers. No, platte.
stadion platte.
Stadion.
Is a Danish word for sausage and a piece of bread.
Smorgasbord.
It's a grilled sausage.
Okay.
Just, a grilled sausage, a piece of bread, and a beer,
Big beer.
a big beer.
Yeah.
And it's different from stadium to stadium.
Mhm.
And you know that some stadiums are better at doing the stadium platter.
So
Yeah.
do
Than
some teams have specialty items?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Do they
and
ever get,
the
like-
sizes and yeah.
Do they ever get
The size of
gross
the
or
sausage.
do they ever get like gross or overindulgent? Because in the United States, we have hot dogs inside of donuts, inside of other donuts.
yeah.
We have crazy,
Oh, it's
incredible American trash food that
Yeah.
we serve at our stadiums.
no, they
Overpriced.
they don't like experience.
No,
That's
No.
or
pretty normal size, but
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
straightforward. But
Yeah.
it's more about the drinking, isn't
yeah,
it?
Yeah, it
yeah.
it's
And-
all about.
Is there any beer that you drink besides Carlsberg at matches?
What do you call it? Royal beer
Is that the other popular Danish beer?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Tuborg.
and Tuborg. Yeah.
Tuborg.
And you can buy a menu when you come to stadium.
Oh,
called
menu.
Menu 1,
Wow.
What is
which
that?
is 6 beers.
6 beers.
Yeah,
At a
6
time?
beers. Yeah.
Wait, they give you 6 beers at
Yeah,
once.
and you
So
bring
you're
it.
good.
Yeah.
No way!
Yeah.
No way!
You're basically good. You don't have to go back.
No,
It's just-
exactly.
See,
Oh,
And
wow.
when you're done with the beer, you have a cup to pee in.
Yeah.
It's all good.
see, in the United States, they don't even trust us holding our own beer.
Oh God.
They take the top off, then they pour it in so that you can't throw anything on the
Yeah.
field.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's also it comes in plastic
Yeah.
glasses
Oh, okay.
But-
as well.
But you get 6 beers at once.
Yeah.
Absurd.
6.
That's-
It's a menu,
Oh, man.
right?
Beer tasting menus. That's what NYFC.
Yeah, that would be
and
too
more MLS
savage.
teams need to have.
Too savage here in America. People would not know how to handle themselves. I think if that would just be not okay for fan safety and for everything else. That would be crazy.
But in Spain, they eat nuts on
Yeah.
stadium.
They nuts.
Yes.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, in baseball we have peanuts.
Yeah, but it's like there's a little shell around it, and they throw that on the ground.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you
So-
ever go to a baseball game,
No.
exact same thing.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, there will be guys who just get entire bags of peanuts and they will throw them on the ground, and it is gross. and for people that have nut allergies, I feel really, really bad.
Yeah, right.
Don't go to
Yeah.
don't go to baseball.
Yeah, don't go to a baseball game if you have a nut allergy.
Exactly.
Oh goodness. What are some other questions, Rohtas?
Oh, I was gonna ask. In terms of, I mean, you guys have probably got to know Jose Mourinho pretty well from your La Liga watching, and now he's come. Obviously, he's come back to Chelsea, and they see him in position to win another title. He's been recently talking about how the FA and the referees are campaigning against his team and all this nonsense. And then you saw what happened midweek.
Classic.
Mhm.
Did you
Jose.
see the Ibra challenge? Did you think it was a red card?
No,
Absolutely
it was way,
not, right?
it's way
And-
too hard.
And you can see from the second Ibra commits that challenge, Azpilicueta comes sprinting over, and
Oh, the entire
10
Chelsea
players-
outfield was
10
around the ref.
players
But
converge
he actually said
around the
that.
ref. You're right. He called them babies. Yeah. So do you think it's like, what are your thoughts on Jose Mourinho? Is he just like, is he hated everywhere? I mean,
No.
did you like him because he obviously couldn't
Yeah, I
get
think
the
he's funny.
Champions League? You think he's funny?
Controversial.
And I don't
He's
like
amusing.
him.
He's
Yeah.
amusing.
Yeah.
More so than a bad person. He's just amusing because he's trying to just manipulate the media and create
Yeah.
stories. He's kind of just he's so smart.
Yeah.
Is really it.
I actually hated him, and then I read Zlatan's book. Have you read his book?
Oh no,
No, I've read excerpts. I haven't read the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a really good book,
recommend it?
and and he actually kind of, I don't know if he praises him, but he
Well,
likes
respect.
Of course, he likes Mourinho,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Right.
And I kind of got a different view, but I still don't really like him.
Loves,
Yes.
like, well, Zlatan's an interesting character because, of course, he loves Mourinho because they had success at Inter.
Yeah.
But in that same book, the passages that I read, he just slammed Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty
Yeah.
hard.
He didn't like that.
Yeah, Pep has always had a history, right, with certain strikers. I feel like in
Well,
general.
But Pep is also boring.
That's it. That is so true.
He's a really good looking
Like,
guy.
how is that?
You know,
Right.
Pep Guardiola, when he was on sabbatical, he was walking around New York City for an entire year. Nobody noticed him. Like nobody bothered to find him, and like he completely off the map.
Mhm.
He must have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh, he
yeah.
definitely loved it. I
Yeah.
guess because when you go back to Europe, you know, Pep can't go outside without
No.
being recognized,
No.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Zlatan is like a huge thing in Denmark as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Character.
because he's
Yeah.
from
He's-
Sweden, so
yeah.
I'm sure that whole area.
Yeah,
of
and he's
the world
actually
is,
from Malmö, which is just beside, Copenhagen,
Malmö,
right?
Yeah.
and he's just, come on, he's cool,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The hair. Did you see the tattoos he had?
Yeah.
I think he had. Did you see that, Rohtas?
Oh yeah, for
The
poverty and
commercial,
kids that
yeah.
are
For World Hunger, he had
Yes,
he had
that
the names
was-
of 50 people tattooed on him.
Yeah.
For that.
Wow. That was cool of him. Yeah, I mean,
goes
he's
lots on.
easily the most quotable player in all of world football, and I mean, every other week he's got something funny, you know,
Yeah, just
Like-
just go watch the interviews.
Right.
It's
or like
just
when he was
hilarious.
they were walking out from the tunnel at a PSG game. He goes, "Don't talk to them. I'm the boss."
Yeah.
It's like only Zlatan can get away with saying
Yeah.
things like that. It's incredible.
Would you say Zlatan is the most popular non-Danish footballer
Yeah.
in Denmark?
I think he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
I think he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, him or Messi and Ronaldo is also.
Not
Right.
Messi.
Ronaldo
Not
is.
Messi.
Not Messi. No, not Messi.
Not Messi.
Oh,
I like
And
Ronaldo.
do people in Denmark? How much do you love Christian Eriksen? Is he near and dear, or because he really hasn't performed on the national team level?
Right.
he actually.
Matt was bringing that up earlier.
He had a problem because the coach from the national team
Mhm.
pointed at him and says he's the new Michael Laudrup.
Oh,
you know,
Do you know him?
those
Remember Michael
Laudrup,
Yeah.
I mean, is one of the best players in Danish history.
Yeah.
I know he had a stint with Swansea.
Maybe in the world as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the best in the world. I know he had
Yeah.
a stint with Swansea as their manager for a while and did a decent job there in the
Yeah.
Premier League. So, yeah, he's a legend.
So that was a lot of press on
Yeah, it's
Eriksen.
A lot of praise.
Uh,
And actually, as well as Di Maria,
Mm.
maybe he needs to play in a different.
System.
Yeah.
A different
It's-
system
yeah.
and a different style. That's
In the national
suits
team,
him
he
better.
doesn't play at
Not
at
that
the same.
good,
No.
no.
It's not the same as in Tottenham.
Because I feel like at Tottenham, he has a lot of freedom to sort
Yeah,
of just
exactly.
Yeah.
play between the lines.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have to do much of midfield. I know Eriksen's never been that strong in terms of backing track and playing, you know, just
Defending. He's
defending
more
in
of that
midfield.
attacking-minded
Mhm.
guy. Yeah.
He's a creator.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I love
But
watching
we're
him
still
take free
waiting
kicks.
for
Yeah.
him to just like.
Yeah, I
Really?
mean, watching him take free kicks is always
Yeah,
a treat.
exactly.
I mean, seriously, one of the best.
Yeah.
And then, so Spurs,
I guess, yeah, if we want to bring it back to Spurs now. Spurs, I guess, after
7th.
Spurs are now 7th in the table. I'm pretty sure them losing today, it was kind of like an elimination game for them. So I guess if we want to take a brief look at the top 4 picture right now, it still seems like between Arsenal,
City just
Liverpool, and
Chelsea
United,
just,
right?
Yeah, I'm just shocked that we watched Chelsea fail to take advantage again. With 2 games in hand, it seemed like this title race was over. It's put to bed. A lead like that was insurmountable, but now
Manchester City lost
to Burnley.
Yeah, City lost to Burnley, which was
Burnley.
But that's the thing
Incredible.
about Premier League.
That's what makes it so
Right?
great. I mean, I have to put Wilfred Boney on watch. I on notice because you
really.
spent so much money for that signing, and you're expecting him to score against Burnley. I don't care what
He
you
didn't
say.
look good against Burnley.
He did not look good at
He and
all.
Jovetic both.
This is a
lost.
game this is a game you have to have if you want to win the title. You have to win these games, and they dropped the ball. I mean, they got lucky that Chelsea tied, quite frankly.
Oh yeah, they did. I mean, we watched the game. I feel like Southampton actually came out and played pretty well at Stamford Bridge.
Mhm.
And Chelsea are tired.
Yeah, and Chelsea
Right,
retired.
I know, right. Luis was mentioning the Champions League hangover from midweek. That was a shocking loss.
The legs must be really heavy.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year when how many games are left? What, 11, 10 games left in the season?
Yeah.
Very tired legs.
Yeah.
Disappointing that we weren't able to. I wanted to crown Chelsea as the champions this week because had they won, they would have opened up a 9-point league. So
with another game in hand.
Yes, that would have been enough.
A double-digit lead at this point would be insurmountable.
I feel like they're roping Man City along.
Yeah, they're keeping them in it, and that's not good.
No, it's
Not
like
good.
it's like when a guy goes to meet a girl at the bar and she's just like, pretending to be interested in him to be polite,
Leading him on.
Yeah, leading them on. Yeah, I feel like that's what Chelsea's doing with Man City. They're leading them on
Wow.
just to crush them at the very last moment.
Yeah, that's always true.
I mean, it makes for more drama and more talking points. So
which is great. Yeah, you should be
We're not
happy.
complaining.
You should be happy that we're not crowning the title just yet, because it seems like the relegation battle is also starting to pretty much wrap itself up. I think QPR and Leicester are pretty much
they're finito.
They're done.
I was looking at a lot of football statisticians this weekend, and they had Leicester and QPR both as 85% likelihood to drop down. They're done.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at the other end of the table, or keep looking down the table, we might see Aston Villa start dropping.
Aston Villa.
They lost to Sunderland. They beat Sunderland this weekend. They scored 4 goals when the entire season before, coming to the game, they had scored 15 total goals.
15
and then
goals.
They scored 4 goals against Sunderland.
Can you imagine that? That's easily the lowest total among all 4 teams in England. A Premier League side having scored that few amount of goals is
would Danish people
garbage.
Even go to the games if their local team had 15 goals scored by this
Probably
point?
not.
That's torture.
Well,
I mean, holy moly. And then 4 goals, 3 in the first half, 3 within 30 minutes. It's about time Christian Benteke showed up. I'll tell you that much.
That's true.
He needs to step up for them.
He's suffered from injury and just lack of form recently.
Absolutely.
But I think if we're looking at the bottom of the table, Sunderland and Sunderland, Villa, I feel like are going to drop. I like Burnley too much, man.
Yeah.
I don't want Burnley to drop.
I mean,
They
neither.
should not, because you like him, it's not going to
Exactly.
happen.
It always happens.
But
It always
Burnley,
does.
they run hard
fight.
every single match. They
They
play
got
in a
heart.
place called Turf Moor, which sounds like the most miserable stadium possible. It sounds like it's straight out of a Jane Eyre
Right.
chapter.
Yeah, it does.
But they're probably going down.
Right.
Rohtas, in the few minutes that we have left here, I want to ask our Danish guests to give their top 4 predictions for the EPL at the end of the season.
I
What do you think?
United,
think
Liverpool
Chelsea
next
is
Sunday.
definitely going to win
All
again.
right, so
All right.
Chelsea and Man City 1-2.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
solidified. But down here,
I mean,
Yeah.
look at that. There's a 2-point gap there with Arsenal and United.
Messi's going to want us to say Liverpool, but
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Sure.
I don't think it's going to be Liverpool.
No.
Actually, I think Man United's going to take
Man
it.
United's going to take it.
All right, good.
Giving all the wrong answers to the man who controls whether you talk or not. Remember,
I know.
remember who's
It's
controlling the mic.
dangerous. I haven't learned a thing.
And Jasper, what do you think? You think Arsenal and Man United probably for 3-4?
Yeah, and then I think Liverpool number 2.
You
Ooh, you got
think Liverpool number 3.
So you think
Yes.
So you think Liverpool's gonna finish in third? He's getting all the way over there. So Liverpool
He just
in third.
doesn't want to agree with me. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's
So you have Liverpool in third, and then you have Arsenal in fourth, or Man United in fourth.
I better say Man United.
Oh, yes. You don't have to. You don't have to make me happy. That's
Just
fine.
making himself popular in the studio.
Yeah, I mean, in one foul swoop, he's said that both of our teams are going to finish in the top 4, and he dissed Arsenal at the same time. So
Yes.
we're very
We're
very
cool.
proud
We're
of your answer.
cool.
Um, Rohtas, headed into added time. Did Ron Walker, your Scottish personality, have anything for us?
Oh, he did. He absolutely did. So basically, I'm deciding to put all the English Premier League sides on notice because you've already got Chelsea that's lost this week, and then you've got Arsenal and Manchester City with absolutely torrid times coming up. They haven't played well. I think Arsenal have to travel to France, to Monaco. That's not going to be fun for them with 3 away goals. And then, of course, can Manchester City go to Camp Nou and win? I don't think they can. I think it's a reckoning point here for the Barclays Premier League, and it's a shame that all of them are going from the Champions League, because that's what's going to happen this week.
Well, on a very sour note, thank you for ending our show, Ron. To Jasper and Louise and Mads and Louise, all our friends from Denmark, thank you for coming on the show.
You've done your research.
And what does that mean?
That means thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
This is not just a dream, it's a wet dream.
Oh my God, that was so much fun. Thank you guys.
It was fun to talk about football without being messy.